one of the most sublime Shastra, Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana. We are trying to study as per our abilities as well as to increase our abilities by invoking the Kripa of both Guru and Shishya, Saint Vaashishtha, says Lord Rama. Third Utpatthi Prakaranam Leelopakhyanam. We are seeing Jagat Brahma Varnanam. These all topics, when we take them seriously, sincerely, contemplate within ourselves, the clarity of understanding comes, and there are the due sadhanas, viveka vairagya adi, then dhyana adi. When they are done, even what is said is experienced. To experience is the goal. In the experience only there is liberation. We have seen up to mantras 26. Still, from this 21, we'll browse through. Before that, let's spend 3-4 minutes in our everyday prayers invoking the Gurus and the Divine. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Om Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsha Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyatah Sarva Vedantah Satchastraha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varanane. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvataitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvade Sakshibhotam Bhavataitam Triguna Sadgurum Tam Namami Parambrahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Ramachandra Parambrahmane, Sri Vasishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki Vedavyasa Vamadeva Naradadi Samasta Brahma Vidya Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayanadi Shastranam Acharyebhyo Namaha. Sankalpaha Tesham Sarvesham Krupanugrahena Upanishad Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayanokta Brahmatmaikyamodhena Asmin Kshane Eva Moksha Kaivalya Praptyartham Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa Santavangmayokta Sadhya Sadhananubhava Siddhyartham Tatrokta Rishimuni Guru Devata Darshananuggrahanubhava Praptyartham Sanatana Dharmasya Vishwavyapti Vishwa Adhyatmika Pragatyartham Dharma Samsthapakanam Nitya Nirantara Digvijayartham Sri Rama Mandiravat Shiva Krishnadi Mandiradinam Punaravapti Teshu Nirantara Shastra Adhyena Adhyapana Upasana यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यवोः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयम् वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरविकलयन्न शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने जगत ब्रह्म वर्णनं नाम चतुश्चत्वारिंशः सर्गः श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच So the Leela's Prashna was, Prabuddha Leela's Prashna was, how come this Leela is in front of me? Same like me. So to the other Mantrigana Ityadi, exactly they are same. And they are also there in that my original that Brahmanda from where I came. So to this Bhagavan Vasishthaji or the Mother Saraswati is answering. The answer is little expanding, little high level. Ki just like the chitta can do the nirmana or kalpita jagat srishti in the swapna, so to the chiti, the Paramatma, has that Maya Shakti to project world any number of times simultaneously, one after the other, anywhere. So if I am here, like me, millions of beings have come and gone. Chiti Shakti में वो capacity है. But that's not the main point. The main point is whether you have a world in dream, whether you have a world in your own imaginations, though in waking plane, or whether you are in a solid waking plane. All three are not real Kalpita, Parabrahma alone is Kalpita. Focus should be on the Adhishthana Brahma. That's why the whole Jagat ultimately is Brahman only. That's the name of the Sarga, Jagat Brahma Varnanam. Slowly. So, तदेतद्बाह्यनाम्नैव स्वाभ्यासात् सत्स्फुटं स्थितं यादृग्भावो मृतो भर्ता तव तस्मिंस्तदा पुरे तादृग्भावस्तवेवार्थं तत्रैव समुपागतः अन्य एव हि अमीभूताः तेभ्यस्तास्तादृशा अपि. So tadetat, this whole world, bahyanaamna eva, as if it is outside other than apart from independent of its own cause or substratum appears. Why? So abhyasat, because of our abhyasa for many millions lives. Same thing in today's Mandukya Upanishad we saw. Abhuta abhiniveshosti dvayam tatra na vidyate. Here also swabhyasat. Because of this abhyasa, this whole jagat of grahaka and grahya, see the three words used by Vasishthaji, satu, appearing to be independently existing other than the reality, sputam, and it's very clearly cognized, and sthitam, it is establishing so firmly to influences. So, independent to that rope, the snake is real, and I'm so clearly seeing, and it is hissing also. In that hiss, it is inviting me, Aja katna hai, ajna katna hai, Aja katna hai. Sthitam is that. Satyam sputam sthitam swabhyasat. Because of our abhyasa only, I am the drashta, this jagat is drushya. Both of them are satyam sputam sthitam because of my abhyasa. अभ्यास बल से ही ये है, हकीकत में नहीं है. Just keeping the abhyasa aside as per the Guru's guidance through this Upanishads Vedanta, when we deeply contemplate, we realize the one adhisthana. So tad etad bahyanamna eva swabhyasat sat sputam sthitam. Same is with your husband. Yadrug bhavaha mrutah bharta tava tasmin tada pure. Your husband in that pura at the time of death, whatever the bhava he has got, tadrug bhavaha, that bhava only from his consciousness got projected. His entire personality. So to the kingdom, so to everything in that, including this, you, the wife. You are here separate, but as you all are projected from Chaitanya, from the same Chaitanya because of his sankalpa, all they are projected. So they are totally non-similar, dissimilar, different. यादृग्भावः मृतः भर्ता तव तस्मिन् तदा पुरे तादृग्भावः तव इव अर्थम तत्रैव समुपागतः. सो अन्य एव हि अमीभूताः तेभ्यः तादृशा अपि. Though they exactly look alike, still they are not this, these are not they, both are separate. And sadrupa eva cha etasya. For his king, this king, now because as it was said earlier, so abhyasat sat and sputam, he is not stopping now. Whatever the abhyasa bala he has, according to which all these are taken as real, he is continuing. Therefore, sadrupa eva cha etasya. To this king, all these are reality only. How Swapna Sankalpa Sainyavat. In the Swapna and in the Sankalpa. Also, if you have a Sainya, in that Swapna, during the Swapna Kala, the Sainya appears to be real. So too, when you do the Sankalpa and lost into that Sankalpa, Sankalpa Kala, it appears to be real. So to this Raja, he is real, his Raja is real, his Sainya Mantrigana are real, and this, Aprabuddha Leela, other than him, she is also real. So, avisamvadi sarvartha rupam yat anubhuyate. So, as long as we don't discuss, deeply inquire, all these appear to be real and the interactions go on, the involvements go on. To the extent that the experiences also go on, all of them are mithya, but we don't agree. Like in dream, ice cream also dreamy, my tongue also is dreamy. When I eat that ice cream, the coldness or the taste, all of that is dream only, not there actually. And I appreciate that ice cream, it's very good, I like it. That joy I feel, that's such a good one I got. ये भी उस dream का ही है. When you wake up, remember all of these are proved to be not real, projected. Here also, avisamvadi sarvartha rupam yat anubhuyat. Sarva artha rupam yad anubhayate avisamvad. Means what? Till you don't inquire, it appears to be real. That is why the pausing in our life from all rush and gushing involvements with our faculties, quietening our mind intellect, deeply inquiring as per the guidance of Guru and Shastra is required, then only what is the reality behind is apprehended. Must. एक बार पता चला तो no more the mind inside, the Maya outside can enslave us. Don't you want that? Think. Then avisamva. Then tasya tavad vada katham kidrushi va asti satyata. And even this Jagat Jagrat also, compared to which we talk about the dream to be unreal, the Kalpita Jagat to be unreal, what is the reality to this Jagat also Jagrat? On the basis of which we reject others to be unreal? Tavad vada katham kidrishiva asti satyata. No, it is also not real. How? Athava uttara kale tu bhanguratvat. Uttara kale bhanguraha. In a subsequent time, the entire Jagrat Jagat is bhangura, means gets dissolved. In whatever the way it gets decayed, but becomes oblivion, non-existent, extinct. So Uttarakale to Banguratvat, the very important point. This entire Jagrat Jagat also avastu tato, avastavahevovi. Aha, if you understand it. So on some reality, which is the real reality, which is all-pervading reality, which is our goal, these are projected. And we, with our habit and with our ignorance, this projected we are involving in so much. All involvements also projection only. There we take it as real. That we don't recognize the need of even inquiring what's real. That's called as Mahamaya. That is operational. It's going on. अब क्या पूछोगे उसके बारे में? शास्त्र पढ़कर realize the reality, get out of the influence of Maya, of projecting and giving reality and sustaining the never existing Dvaita. Ah, that's good, na? So, अथवा उत्तरकाले तु भंगुरत्वाद अवस्तुतत्. So, ईदृक्च सर्वमेव idam तत्र का न अस्तिता अधिका. In this way, in this Jagra Jagat also is Bhangura after some time. Therefore, there is no Astita in both of them. There is no greater Nastikata in this or lesser Nastikata in that both. Both are appearances, that's it. The outer Jagra world, it appears to be Sthula. That Sthula appearance is not a sufficient reason to say that this Jagat is real. क्योंकि जितना भी सॉलिड दिख रहा है खत्म तो हो रहा है ना. That solidness also a part of a way of a type of projection. See, to break this shackle or to crack this puzzle, that the grass also a projection appearing to be more solid than the subtler or dream. To crack this puzzle is not an easy job. But हो गया तो हो गया बस बात. Wow. Then when you contemplate more and more on the Adhisthana Brahmana, then the too much reality given to the Jagrat Avastha or Jagrat Sthulata gets reduced. If you don't contemplate on reality, that depth of understanding about reality, when it doesn't come, then this gross subtle we take as real only. Iska reality jayega nahi humko. Think about it. So, idrukcha sarvameva idam tatra ka na astita adhika. One more thing. Swapne jagrat asadrupa, swapno jagrati asanmaya. Isn't it? Just like in the jagrat, the swapna is asattu. So to in the swapna, the jagrat also asat. So they are mutually exclusive. Therefore, if with one rule that because in jagrat swapna is not there, swapna is mithya, same rule you apply the other way around too. That in the swapna, because the jagrat is not there, that also is mithya. Therefore, mithyatva of the jagrat and swapna is achieved by two ways. One way we discussed yesterday, कि both are nashwara. The swapna not existing anymore when we wake up is the badhita buddhya, badhita prakarena, the swapna is asatya or nastya or mithya or kalpita. Badhita. In the badhitata, what happens? Everything that which was seen is totally found to be never existing, even an iota. Pura badhita. Like the Swapna, you have your house with all interiors, exteriors, with your kitchen garden or outside the garden with all pots, flowers. You might have put your car there also in the garage. You have two dogs also. Tied down. All of that, badhita. This badhitata of this Swapna and Jagrata. You will understand when I tell the other one. What is the other one? In the Jagrat Jagat, it is Nashita. That the things are there, but in time, they slowly get destroyed. So, in the Swapna, it is not destruction because it's only solidly kalpita. Therefore, it becomes badhita. In Jagrat, you see, you live with it for long time now. That's why it's called Nashita. But whether it is Nashitatva or Badhitatva, disappearance is common. Disappearing, therefore, anything disappears is not real. But it is appearing for some time, therefore it is mithya. That's how the Jagrat Swapna or Asatya are at the most mithya. This is achieved. Then what is Satya then? That's a big question. That is a Parabrahma. Paramatma, Satchidananda Tattva, non-objective, our own self. That is always there. It is not Badhita. When the dream goes away, the consciousness doesn't go. When in the waking plane, one by one thing getting destroyed, the consciousness giver gets Nashita. तो बाधितत्व नाशितत्व रहित नित्यत्व सत्यत्व होने के कारण the अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म alone is satya reality. That is how it is achieved. So one way is the badhitatva of the swapna, nashitatva of the jagat. Other way of achieving their mithyatva is in waking dream not there, therefore dream is mithya. In dream waking is not there, therefore waking also is mithya. स्वप्ने जागृत असद रूपा स्वप्नो जागृति असन्मय स्वप्न जागृत में नहीं इसलिए असत जागृत स्वप्न में भी नहीं देर फॉर दिस ऑल्सो असत see we get frightened because we are overpowered in overwhelmed or overpowered by our practice of taking jagrat swapna as real and swapna we give up when we come to jagrat but in the jagrat with so many of identities, with the dehadi, upadi, prana, mana, buddhi, and our money, our bank balances, our positions, our name, fame, our relatives, इतने सारे रस्सियों से हम अपने मुंह बांध के रखे ना इसलिए डर लगता है to accept that this jagrat individuality also is mithya compared to its substratum Brahman. And only when we are told to give up or when we are needed to give up, that time we are afraid. But otherwise, when we enter into Nidra, there deliberately we give up our own identity. निद्रा के समय अपने अस्तित्व को छोड़ते हैं ना a doctor gives up his profession doctory then only he can sleep he cannot sleep as doctor all identities all ahankaras have to be dropped then only we sleep and all ahankara varieties and the related attachments isn't it like I'm a doctor so I'm attached to my clinic my assistants, my all apparatus, and I'm attached to my ability to treat, etc., and to my patients whom I maintain so that my livelihood continues. So, with one thing called as I'm doctor, with so many things I'm attached. Because of which there's a fear to understand and accept this Jagrata Avastha is unreal mithya. But when you go to sleep, we are leaving everything. No, so that's enough proof. Not only that, even in waking that he may be so much doctor, but then not all the time 24 hours, no. He may go to play golf. He doesn't play the golf as a doctor, no, isn't it? He may go to any other spiritual satsang. So there he is not a doctor. He is only a shrota. He may go to temple. There is a upasaka, pujari, bhakta. Isn't it? He's not a doctor there. When he is at home with his wife and children, he's a patient only. He'll have to be patient. She will train him to be a patient throughout life. You may be doctor in the office, in chamber with 1,000 patients, but you have to be patient in front of me. Naturally, otherwise I can't jail you. He accepts it. So all doctors in the Hospital have to be patients at home because he cannot be there. आज समझ में आया कि नहीं? So which identity continuously we are holding? Nothing. Therefore, we are actually continuously detached only with the world. But in that detachment, we are not aware. Still, we feel we are in a notion that all these are ours, they belong to us. थोड़ा subtle thought है ये. Otherwise, the swapna is mithya, jagrat mithya, swapna jagat mithya, jagrat jagat mithya, swapna drashta drishya mithya, jagrat drashta drishya mithya, adhishtana brahman alone is real. And while listening to this knowledge, deeply contemplating it, till these things become very pakka in us. In the outer vyavahara, play the play. है ना, जस्ट प्ले लेट इट गो, ज्यादा वैल्यू मत दो, बस प्ले करो. बट वेदांत सुनकर मैं अब कुछ नहीं करूंगा, सब ब्रह्म ही है, इस ब्रह्म में भी मत रहना. इट्स ए स्लो स्टडी कॉन्शियस अंडरस्टैंडिंग के बाद होने वाला, अनफोल्डमेंट के बाद होने वाला डिटैचमेंट. मैं ब्रह्म हूं इसलिए मैं कुछ नहीं करूंगा, नो. व्हेन यू बिकम स्ट्रॉन्गर इन बीइंग ब्रह्मन, नेचुरली करने को कुछ नहीं रहता. दैट्स एन एवोल्यूशन. We have to be very smart and intelligent in this aspect. Many people have destroyed their life on the name of spirituality by giving up all the sadhanas only, the things that are to be done in the world. You don't fall trap to that. I will not allow as long as you are with me. If somewhere you go, what can I do? Home. I loved this topic. Swapne Jagrat Asadrupa, Swapno Jagrati Asanmayaha. And before that, Swapna is Badhita and Jagrat is Nashita. Therefore, because of these reasons, they are not permanent. When they are not permanent, they are not real. Because reality means that which is eternal, permanent. Very crucial topic we have learned today, enjoyed listening to this. Contemplate on this. Now we'll continue. Mruti janmasya sadrupa mrutyum janmapyasanmayam. Sorry, Mruti janmanya sadrupa mrutyum janmapyasanmayam. Visaret visararutvat anubhutescha raghava. O Raghava, Mruti janmani asadrupa. When he is born, he is alive, he is seen. Therefore, there is no Mruti that is rejected. So to Mrutyum, Mrityu Janma, uh, uh, Mrutyau Janmapi, Mrutau, Mruti, Mrutau होना चाहिए. Mrutau Janmapi Asanmayam. When somebody dead, it is gone. So Asat only. Visaret Visararutvat Anubhutescha Raghava. So, uh, mhm. So Visaret Visararutvat Anubhutehe cha Raghava is कि in the dream when you wake up बाधिता हो जाता है, but in the waking plane slowly one by one thing in kala they get dissolved and they get disappeared. Disappearance is common, है ना, like somebody living active dynamic wonderful one day suddenly died. So what happens to that sharira? Leave it, it gets rotten or eaten by animals or slowly decomposes. To maintain decency, we only put it in the earth or burn it. But khatam to ho raha hai na. Visaret means it gets destroyed. Visararutvad because it is its nature. Anubhute charagava. Don't you see the anubhuti? How many of the beings in front of us in our whatever life we have lived died? Where have they gone? The shariras. You know? In the same way, the sukshma sharira antakarana ka bhi, in the light of fire of adhyatmika jnana, they also gets burnt. So what gets burnt is the notion that they are real, they are other than Paramatma, and Paramatma is not there. The notions get burnt. Phenomena continues same. You know, what is the whole thing in Vedanta? As summary you have to understand. The real Brahman is intact always. First to catch it. Okay, on him Without touching him, because of his Maya, him as being substratum, the entire world of Rupanama are Kalpita. And those Kalpita are for a purpose of play. When the play is over, they become Vikalpita. So when they are existing at the time, what they are? This is where is the crux of Vedanta. Ki, as a Rupanama, they are unreal. Then as what they are real? As a substratum only. Therefore, substratum only appearing as the Jagat. Therefore, Jagat is Brahman only. Playing the play. So, what is the beauty here if you catch the point? Jagat is nothing but Brahman. Brahman has not become Jagat, my dears. Brahman is intact. But what are you saying? The Jagat. Can it exist without Brahman? No. Therefore, in that form, what's appearing? Brahman only. If you can sort out this point, that in the wood there is no chair. But when you see the chair, its substratum is wood. In the wood, no chair means wood can exist without chair. Ness, chair shape and form. But can the chair exist without the wood? No. Therefore, when you see the chair, what are you saying? The wood only has chair. When you see the chair, what you have to say? I am seeing the wood only as chair. There is no chair independent of wood. But when you see the wood, wood alone is there, there is no chair. So when you see the Adhisthana Brahman, Brahman alone is there. When you are seeing the Jagat, Brahman alone appearing as Jagat, not becoming. And this appearance is only Maya, not real. Therefore, in this knowledge, stop giving value. You will see slowly, slowly, all these gets fizzled out, withered away, dissolved. That joy which comes when the Mithya Maya held Rupa Nama is getting dissolved because of the heat of contemplation and meditation, in which the reality is deeply apprehended. Oh, you cannot explain it. सब विदर्य हुए हो रहा है, फिसल रहा है, निकल जा रहा है, जो मेरे अज्ञान मोह के कारण इतना स्ट्रांग पर्दा बनकर या जंजीर बनकर मुझे बांध रहा था. This is not explainable. It cannot be depicted pictorially, or you can take a graphics and with AI you can picturize it. But it's not picture. The spirituality is not artificial intelligence or picturizable, pictoriable. No, it is subject to beautiful experience. Again, I am repeating, when the deep contemplation on the reality is happening and we are able to understand its presence, even on the seat of meditation, are able to apprehend in the absence of this knowledge and experience. Whatever the things that were projected and given reality, and we were involved in it, and we are bound by it, slowly gets withered away. Slowly only withers away. Not like dream से जागृत में आ जाओ, सब कुछ एक पल में चला जाता. But in Vedanta, as the maturities come, slow. Like when you are coming to the class regularly, having heard the tattva that's being discussed, little of its taste and logic when you're understanding. The Vedanta is useless, the Shastras are useless. That notion, is it not slowly getting withered away? Suddenly it doesn't. एक दो साल आप सुने तब थोड़ा बहुत पल्ले पड़ रहा है, तब आपका वो नोशन चला जाता है कि दिस आर ऑल नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. So too, puja, upasana not required. We are in that notion. But when you do for 1-2 years, the concentration gained, then definitely the subtle blessings that are received. When you are able to apprehend it, then the notion that is not required है, इसको जो नास्तिकता है ना, वो withered away होता है कि नहीं, slowly. So too, when you are practicing positive values for some time, then the notion that I cannot be taught negative values and positive can never be practiced, that पर्दा हट जाता है, वो जंजीर निकल जाता. I'm just giving some gross tangible examples. All of them are meant to convey this point, that as we wake up from the dream dissolves. So too when we wake up to the reality, the Jagrat also gets slowly dissolved, and the dissolution of this Jagrat is such a joy that I am alone there. There is nothing other than me. The individualities, the upadhis, the abilities in the individualities because of upadhis, the performances, the outcomes, all of them are part that mithya projection only, not real. And like you have become so sentimental and emotional about a movie and crying tumblers and tumblers because the heroine or hero troubled so much by the villain. But somehow, hypothetically, you started understanding that on that screen, the hero is not real, the heroine is not real, the villain is not real. He troubling them also is not real. They get troubled also not real. One by one, when you are understanding, slowly is not your inner misery goes away. Finally, you will understand how can there be a movie on this 56 inch ka TV mein? So bakwas. So too in that unchangeable birth, death, changeless, pure Brahman, Paramatma. How can this drama of so many Brahmandas, so many lokas, and this Brahmanda, and this loka, and this India, and this me, and these upadhis, these friends, relatives, जिससे बिग बड़े स्क्रीन में बड़ा सिनेमा चल रहा है बस वो छोटा स्क्रीन में छोटा सिनेमा और वो भी अब जब तक जितने बार देखोगे सत्य के रूप में दिखता रहता है एक दिन समझ गया बकवास बंद किया बंद हो गया so to this life of ours in a million lives you continue taking it as real it continues in one life by listening to Upanishad and studying deeply and contemplating you just say that it's unreal who gets this all it's so simple it is दो चार जन्मों में फिर विदर अवे हो जाएगा the projected world. But the point is, when that happens, the way the miseries, the tension, the worries, anxieties, one by one go away, and that load of the heart goes away, the lightness is felt inside, the joy that comes uncaused, that is inexplicable. अरे बाबा बर्दाश्त नहीं तो खुशी यू स्टार्ट डांसिंग यू स्टार्ट लोटपोट हो जाओगे क्योंकि तत्व का मजा उतना है और उसके साथ साथ in the tattva was not known the misery was so powerful no the maya is it not like when you have bitten a very dark reddish gunturu chilli red chilli अब क्या होता है आपके जिह्वा में आंखों में think about it and then when you eat an ice cream or wonderful sweet as the sweet is being eaten slowly it is reducing the pungency of that chili how joyful you will be and then पूरा क्या कहते हैं ना वो मिर्ची का असर चला गया and you are enjoying that sweet fully. What a joy. So too, the Brahman is the sweet. The whole world is Mirji. खा के हम इतने रो रहे हैं. When you realize the Brahman, all the mirchi chala jata hai. Only Ananda remains. We have to have faith. We have to be serious, sincere. We have to be regular. We have to be committed. We have to be involved. And at one point, for few years or maybe lives, we have to do these things exclusively. Right now, we may not be. We may have lots of obligations. That's how we have planned. But this way, if we plan with the wisdom behind that, few lives have to spend exclusively in search of Brahman, then you'll discover it. चार पांच जन्म सुबह जन्म लेते ही 5-6 साल में गुरुकुल में गए वहीं रहे in one life sadhana chatushtaya mastery in two lives the shravana is done in two lives manana chintana is done maybe in three lives only janam lete hi within few years he just gone somewhere into some Himalayas started doing nididhyas ऐसे है कि नहीं लोग within few lives they just realize it you have to comprehend what I said now intellectually that requires a different level of alertness if you have it you can so you can relate it to your own self I relate it to myself so with the background knowledge of this time what's happening in my life right now oh I am studying shastra oh I am thinking about them oh I am contemplating oh through that I am slowly understanding and accepting the presence of the reality the brahman Oh, I'm also slowly, because the Brahman is real and one without second. Anything other than is appearing, have vyavahar value, but not real. Even that vyavaharikata also because of my given importance, give importance. So if I reduce it, slowly that much importance of this world goes away. These things I'm understanding. And I'm told by the Guru, practically also you have to see. प्रैक्टिकल क्या है? 1 महीना कहीं मत जाओ, घर में रहो, बस 2 रोटी दाल चावल 2 बार खा के बस अपने ध्यान में रहो. Don't talk to anyone, don't go. You will see that the whole world is not there and you are not there for the world. At the same time, because of inner contemplation, the substratum of you, who is the substratum of all, also becomes more clear. Practically करके देखो. So this is how a very sweet, sweet topic we are discussing. Now continue the next 2, 3 mantras, very important. Evam nasannasadidam bhranti matram vibhasate mahakalpanta sampaddau apyadyatha yuge nagha न कदाचन यत्नास्ति तद्ब्रह्मैवास्ति तज्जगत् तस्मिन् मध्ये कचन्ति मा भ्रान्तयः सृष्टिनामिकाः. Then summary of what we have studied so far. ध्यान से सुनो. Try. कोशिश. 1. एवं न सत न असत idam. Therefore, this jagat from the substratum nasat, not existing. But na asat also, because you are experiencing it, you are living in it. Then that which is not real, not which is unreal, is called as mithya. That much only talked about it. More discussion is not done about it. But the beauty is that it is not real. वो असत है, मिथ्या है, सत्य तो नहीं हो सकता. एवं न सत न असत idam. Then that which is not real, not unreal, but still appearing, is called as bhranti matram vibhasate. It is only bhranti and appearing. So how many things are told now? About the Jagrata told, sorry, Swapna, about our Kalpana told, about our Jagrata also told. Now one more thing is said, little larger plane में कि महाकल्पांत संपत्तौ. When the महाकल्प अंत है ना, पूरा कल्प का महा अंत होता है ना, महाकल्प अंत means when the Brahma Devas kalpa also gets dissolved, sampato api adhyatha yuge anagha. At that time also, all of them are getting dissolved or not. That getting dissolved proves that it is not real, because reality never gets dissolved or disappearing. So therefore, whether you talk from a 3-minute dream standpoint or a 10-minute waking plane में your own imaginary world standpoint, or your own waking life of 100 years standpoint, or a Brahma's kalpa, whatever that Rupa Namas are seen in these 4 places, whatever the activities have happened, whatever the experiences have happened, all of them are ending or not. That end proves they are not real. But still they have appeared, therefore they are neither real not non-real, they are mithya, kalpita at one time. See that? This is what we have understand. Therefore, our Vaashishtha ji is raising the standard of our understanding, or Mother Saraswati. He don't only look at your own 3 minutes of dream, which you experienced as so real, but when you woke up, you have rejected it to be kalpita. This whole life of yours, in this life from womb to tomb, also is kalpita. And in your ignorance, how many thousands of lives you might have lived in the past? They are also kalpita. Like this, you jiva, the other jivas, and sab jiyon ke bap, Rupi Hiranyagarbha, the Brahmadeva. He also gets dissolved at that time. They were at that samashti level, that also kalpita. So when I lift my understanding to the samashti level and say it's kalpita, to reject all this world as kalpana becomes easier. And to reject the dream as kalpana, the projected world in our imagination as kalpana, the jagrata as kalpana, rejecting it, and rejecting entire brahmanda or entire mahakalpa as, that is not the goal. Goal is realizing adhishthana. Vedanta is not negative, it is positive. It is not shunya, it is purna. It talks about the purna brahma anubhuti, not the Shunyata of Jagat. Purna Brahma Prapti is a positive thing. We talk about the Purna Ananta Ananda. Not sab chhod diya rote beto. No, no, no. You are in a bliss state. With the world, you are in blisters. When you drop it and realize Brahman, you are in bliss. See, evam nasat na asat idam. Then what is it? Bhranti matram vibhasate. Then extension. Mahakalpa anta sampatto api. Adya atha yuge anagha. Oh, my dear sinless Rama. About this Maha Brahmanda, he said, in which mhm, like this, at this very time, this Brahmanda is so real, we are living it. Some other Brahmanda is dissolving, khatam ho gaya uska. And another new Brahmanda is getting just projected. Like a middle-aged man at the age of 50. Gaadi chal raha hai unka. Already a 90 wala, any moment is going to die. And a mother, a pregnant lady, going to deliver a boy. एक का जन्म हो रहा है, का मरण हो रहा है, एक का बीच में अटक रहा है. So to one Brahmanda's birth happening, another is totally ending, and our Brahmanda is in the central age, whatever the age it is. So from that standpoint, you look, इनका भी अंत होता है, therefore ये भी real नहीं है. The reality is only Brahman. Therefore give व्यावहारिक सत्ता maximum, not पारमार्थिक सत्ता. That's what is the outcome or consequence of the understanding of this knowledge. Then now the definition. Na kadachana yat na asti tad brahmaivasti tat jagatu. Therefore, beautiful thought here. Ki whether the dream coming and going, staying or not, whether the Jagrati is there and we went into that, we took it as reality and in wisdom we dissolved it, whether the Mahakalpa came in that so many jivas, Ananta Koti bar, taken birth and died, and the Mahakalpa has ended. इतने नौटंकी जब हो रहा है, the substratum is intact. Brahman is always there. He is real. If he is real, then what is the relation between this Brahman and all of them? They are no more real because two realities cannot be. Then even at the time of appearance, whether of the dream or Jagrat, or even the imagination or the Brahmanda, all of them are Brahman only appearing as that. Therefore, Jagat Brahma Eva. Here Jagat Brahma Eva me Brahma appearing as Jagat, therefore see Brahman in the Jagat, that's the meaning. Not that Jagat Brahma means, so Brahman is reality, Jagat is reality. Therefore again I take the world as real and get involved in it with Raga Dvesha. No, no, no. जगत पूरा ब्रह्म का अर्थ ब्रह्म स्वरूप में देखो करके नॉट एज टेक इट एज रियल एंड देयरफॉर अगेन इन्वॉल्व इन संसार. अभी तक तो ही तो कर रहे आ रहे हो कर फिर से फंसाने के लिए थोड़ी है ब्रह्म विद्या. थोड़ा कॉमन सेंस तो होना चाहिए. सो न कदाचन यत न अस्ति. Therefore this jagat which is actually for some time projected not there, then what should it be? It should be the substratum only. Tad brahma eva asti jagat. Therefore for some time the ornamentation is there, gone. But the goldness continued. No. Therefore, what is the ornament? Nothing but gold. Therefore, this is the first thing. Na kadachana yat na asti tad brahma eva asti tad jagat. And what is the position of jagat? Tasmin madhye kachanti ima bhrantayah srushti namika. In that eternal Brahman, for some time, in some place, after this time and space are projected by Maya, the aneka srushtis are projected and playing the play. Like in the ocean, the waves come and go. See the loftiness of this knowledge. Who can catch this one? India, like in today's world, all are highly intellectual. Anybody tries, they can catch it. But they're not trying for it. But having caught whoever you and I trying, we have to live that also LIV, then only the liberation happens. In the earlier time, the Buddhists were not so sharp that everybody could catch it. Now the people are studying sciences, technologies, they are active, they are alert. But वही एक्टिव अलर्ट इंटेलेक्चुअल एबिलिटी यहाँ अप्लाई करो. दिस ऑल्सो विल बी इंटेलेक्चुअली अंडरस्टूड. But that doesn't solve the problem. We have to live it, realize the Brahman. Then only moksha comes. So therefore, the whole world and Brahmanda are Brahman only, named and formed, given reality. Got lost into with Raga Dvesha. And so much insisting, stubborn in that we became. And any number of gurus are pulling us, we are not coming. Like that दारू पिए बंदे को 10 लोग कह रहे छोड़ छोड़, वो छोड़ता ही नहीं. Like Duryodhana told, "Why everybody, it's not you or it's Pandava, they love you, you surrender. Let the Yudhishthira be king, he can even make you Yuvraj also." But उसको इतना power का intoxication हो गया, सुनेगा नहीं वो, नहीं सुनेगा. You know, like in one of the state, you are just importing people for your own elections, the power. Later on, they will spread the country like legions and destroy the whole nation and dharma. But she doesn't want to listen. हर एक का अपना अपना वो पकड़ हो जाता है. Isn't it? People are, that's called as the Avota Abhiniveshaha. I talk a little about it 1 minute. Abhinivesha is taking something wrong as right, getting habituated into it, becoming slave to it, and living it so stubbornly that anybody says anything against it which is real, he is not ready to listen. That's called Abhinivesh. Where all that Abhinivesh mein hai, that the Jagat is real. Abhinivesh, like the terrorists, like some religion. हिंदुओं को मार डाल, वो अभिनिवेश है वो. अरे ऐसा क्यों? लव जिहाद करो, अभिनिवेश. Why? Okay, if you say it is right, then we will also do the same. Will it be okay that the entire 100 crores of Indians also do love jihad to the 30 crores of Muslims? If it is right, it should be done, na? Then everybody should do. Why it is right only to you? But abhinivesh ho gaya. They are brainwashed in such a way. It has to be done. है ना? If killing others is a way, then others also will kill you. ना कौन बचेगा फिर? But do they listen it? No, because they are abhiniveshita. है ना? Like that, hundreds of examples we can give. We live a life of abhinivesha, the what you call the stubborn attachment to the wrong things taken as right. The highest thing from where all the problems came is the world is real. I am real. I love or hate the world. I want or don't want the world. And where are these two? Hanging only in reality. Reality is real, these are not. But we are stubborn. Nahi sunna cha. That's how when we, with little humbleness, surrender to the Guru, keep on listening for some years, some lives, then that strongly held stubborn notion slowly gets dissolved, slowly gets loosened to begin with. धीरे धीरे होता है, my dear friends. To make it loosened or hold on to the reality given to the samsara itself is a big work. In another way, like आप किसी नेल को ठोक दी कहीं, तो कितने हथौड़ा मारकर उसको ठोका, उतना ही कोशिश करके उसको बाहर निकालना पड़ेगा ना. So how much we have tokofied in our heart the reality about the world, so much we have to oppositely tokofy, then only that wrong notions go away. मतलब जितने गलत रास्ते में दूर जितना दूर गए हो, उतना दूर वापस आने से ही आप गलत रास्ते से सही भी आ जाते हो. Like that. And we will see the next one. Beautiful topic. व्योमनिकेशोण्डकानि वनखजद्दीमा वस्तुतः यथा तरंगा जलधौ तथा इमाः सृष्टयः परे. Wonderful talks. Tomorrow we'll see. इतना का. ओम पूर्णमदः बोल श्री वशिष्ठ भगवान की जय, रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. धन्यवाद.